Hey, what's up my YouTube peoples? What's going on? I'm going to make a very special video here to prepare for Ryzen 3000. Okay, the Ryzen 3000 series. Now, what I'm going to do in this video is show you guys, for those of you with MSI motherboards, show you guys how to use the USB BIOS flashback feature. Now what this feature does is, if you don't have a CPU and you want to have the latest CPU, in this case the 3000 series with an older chipset, this case we're using the B450 chipset. In normal cases you would need an older CPU to flash the BIOS, but with this USB BIOS flashback feature, you don't need to have a CPU in order to flash the BIOS. Okay? So that is a really good feature, because we're going to need to do this in order for the new BIOS, in order for this board to support the latest Ryzen chips. Okay? Without the need of a previous generation Ryzen chip. All right? Which I do not have, so I have to use this feature. Now the motherboard that we're going to be using, where's the board? Oh, is the Tomahawk B450 MSI motherboard. All right, and the chipset is a B450. So using the USB flashback feature is absolutely needed in this case. All right. So according to the instructions, which I have up on the machine, on the computer, it says to upgrade the BIOS, first of all, the power supply needs to be connected only to the ATX slot and the CPU power 1 slot, in which I have connected. Both of those things are connected. Okay, so we've already done that. And then the BIOS, once you download the BIOS from the MSI website for this motherboard, the BIOS has to be unzipped into a USB flash drive and then renamed to MSI.ROM. So we've already done that. I've already done that. And there's the flash drive right there. Okay? So you have to make sure that the flash drive is installed on the right USB, the USB port. So we're gonna go here, boom. Where the hell is it? Oh, here it is. Okay, so according to the manual, the flash BIOS port is the one on the bottom. So that is exactly where the USB flash drive is. So now, what we're going to do, excuse me, we're going to plug this in. Okay. Just want to make sure that's tight. Okay. I'm going to flick this on. Okay. I don't know if it shows it has power, but okay. Now according, oh yeah, this is lit up. So according to the manual, it says all you got to do is press the BIOS button, which is that little button right there. So we're going to press that and then let it do its thing. So it says it should be flashing, which it is flashing. There we go. The light is flashing. And according to the manual, it says when it stops flashing, the BIOS has been updated. So right now it's doing its thing. And we're going to wait for it to stop flashing. And this process is very important. You do not do nothing. Let it do its thing. Don't touch it. Don't do anything. Just let it do its thing. Because if you interrupt this process, you will have a dead motherboard. So just let it do its thing. Let me sit down here on my chair. Okay, there we go. All right. Okay. Guess it takes a while. That's fine. Just let it do its thing. This is actually my first time doing this, guys, so I'm right there with you if you're also doing this. Now, not many motherboards has this feature, which was why I decided on getting this particular motherboard in particular. So it's definitely doing something, because this motherboard is one of the very few that has this feature. Because, you know, as I said, I don't have an older AMD Ryzen chip to install on this thing in order to flash the BIOS, so I had to do it this way. So it's definitely doing something. It's doing its thing. And this is the only way that I had to do it this way, like I said, because I don't have an older Ryzen chip to then install the update the BIOS to the most recent BIOS that supports the Ryzen 3000 chips. So still doing its thing. Alright, I'm going to pause the video just to save some time on this thing and not bore you guys. Okay, guys, so it looks like it's done. The light went off on both the next to the button and on the USB flash drive. So it looks like it's done. The BIOS flashed 100% successful. That's on, but I guess that's fine. So the light is off, so I guess we can then turn this off here, because according to the instructions it says after the flashing BIOS process is 100% complete, the LED will be off simultaneously, and it is indeed off, so that's a good sign. So now we can just power it down here, and that is how you flash the BIOS using the USB BIOS flashback feature. So now this board has the latest BIOS, and when I get my new Ryzen 3000 chip, the motherboard should turn on and boot without a problem, because now it has a supporting BIOS for the chip. So there you go. Job well done, 100% complete. See you guys in the next video. Peace.